Hello, folks. Good evening. This is Sunday today, uh, January 30th. So we had a rough week, rather almost a rough month for the January. The fall started Jan 4th itself, right here. And then boom, it came down all the way to 4500s, 4572, then went back to 4736. This formed like an ABC, and now we got the low around 42.12. 42.25 was the level I had, and price fell back here, and big swings past 3 to 4 this past week, actually full past week. And Friday, boom, was the first good candle where ES didn't lose whatever it gained. So and now futures are like kind of still above 4400, which is a good sign. So let's look at what must be happening. So, price was traveling around this line, and then we got a pullback in September last year to all the way down till October 4260. So this 4260 was an important number because this was the low from this swing we had, 4260. And 4225 was our level. So this kind of ABC gave us a big push up, and we were looking to come back to this area, and it did come back all the way to 4225. I'm poking a little bit down in this area, the upper area, basically in this upper area. This small slice we got poked into, and it got supported here, and now it's retracing up. So this was a big fall, continuous fall actually. So a lot of damage happened in terms of breaking technicals, breaking the levels. So the price was a little bit oversold, and it did come to a certain support based on the weekly coming from where the price had gone from 2174 in March 2020. With respect to this 4280, 4225 needed to hold. So basically 4280 on the weekly side, and so far it is holding, albeit still in a range here. So it hasn't broken this range from outside here. What we are looking for is to settle above 4489 here, 4489 above the price cycle, and then try to push it higher towards to test to the upside. Now the high here was 44, 46. So we definitely want it to go above this to indicate that yes, there is interest in going up. So this A, B, C can take it up higher towards 44.89, 45.57, and then higher towards, if there is interest towards this, back to 40, this area there, back to 46.88, 91, and there's a gap also. So that would be in XPY and XPX. So let's see. So this is how it is. The price came and got supported on this this area from last April to June, and currently it is here. So we definitely want price trading above this area here and try to hit this minimum, this try to stay over 44.89 and try to hit this later part of 4500s, and then this upper part of later part of 4600s, that is visible, better visible in daily, not here. 46, 88, 89, and then then we know whether price wants to fail here between these two lines. If price wants to fail, then we are definitely looking at these down areas where it is below 4200. Definitely we'll have 41.16, 4169, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So later, some 4100s and then 4000, mid of 4000 actually. This was 4055. Yeah. So mid of year. And then this is 3957. So 3970, 57, that match. So this confidence matches. So this whole area gets exposed in case there is a failure here. Now, here we can look at three scenarios. One is this move is done, and let's say this is the bottom, and price is done coming down. Then we have one path as saying that, okay, from now onwards, it will keep, it will keep going up and hit that 5185, which has been pending for long. But for that, it definitely needs to cross and stay over 4700 first, then 4761. So the first path would be to go up. Second path would be to retrace up some, either till here or till here, and then pull back and then come down. Or, just from here or here, pull back and come down. So there are two paths which are down. One is straight down from here. Other one is retrace up here, here, or come down. Or, for now, at least short-term basis, the move is done and, it wants to move up, probably go and make a new high. How much new high, we will know. But these three scenarios, keep in mind of where price is, whether it wants to retrace up, repair some technicals, and then fail and come back. So that part seems the most feasible. So after it hits late 4500s and fills the gap in XP, if at all it goes that high in 4600s. So I think the gap was around 4652 or 4650, very close to 4688. So that satisfied our area, our argument of retesting that breakdown, the original breakdown. So that satisfies that. Now, after that, we need to see whether price would have any interest in going over it and staying over it. Again, this may not be a straight path. It could be, staircase model, go up, go down, because currently we are having high swings, bigger bigger movements on a daily basis. We have been having 300 points move in a single day, going up, going down, and those moves were really fast. So need to watch out for that still. Monthly basis, if you see, this is a very big candle. The high was 4808 and the low was 42. So this is almost a 500-point candle. So that's a very big candle. It's bigger than your your February 2020. Also, this February 2020 was, I did it on SPY, not here, I think, or QQQ. So the move was around, say, 38 points. 38 points, and this was 68 points. So this is almost double less a 10 points. So kind of, it almost gave a 80% more bigger move here than it was in this first candle. So this is a very big move, and it can be significant because January is about to end. In Monday would be the last trading day, and then February will start. So we need to see, one, keep an eye on where ES is closing. Number one, closing above 4489 would definitely indicate, some short-term relief, to the sense that, okay, the daily has an interest in retracing up. Okay, but again, once it goes up 4489, it needs to stay there, and the daily chart should, continue to move higher towards testing the breakdown, the upper resistances. Or if, as we talked, the first red line, it tries to fail, then it wants to come down. And if this monthly candle, the February month candle is, again, if it is very severe, then, look for this to break and then come down. So this, if we go back and look here, as the days go by, we will, this candle could give a good reference on where price is trading, how severe the movement looks with respect to this one. So far this has been a very big, so like this, right? This was 31.37 to 21.74. This is a 1,000-point candle, and this is a 500-point candle. So very big move. So something similar, we have to see whether, you know, the coming month, what kind of a movement it can give, whether, you know, it's up like this, or, you know, the February can also give a 50% move of this candle. Say, you know, this is 48.08 to 42.12, 500. So approximately 250-point move up from the low somewhere here. That brings us back into our late 4,500 to 4,600. So then we need to see whether if 50% move, what happens, more or fail. So, you know, so keep an eye on the monthly candle to see how it behaves with respect to this candle the coming month. That would give a good idea. So see the SPY, it stopped right here approximately, and then you know, with respect to this candle, what it wants to do, come down below to 400s, or break the 400, and then break down here in this area, or, you know, retest back up again. A, B, C down, or it is done, or the next month just, you know, hangs over around somewhere here and then just directly pushes down. So we will see how price is trading. QQQ again, same big move, very big candle. This, I think, yeah, this is the one I did this, that was coming at 68 points. 402 to 334 is approximately 68 point. If I'm not wrong, I did this. And this one was 38 points. So approximately 80% or 90% of this this candle's move we got in this. So definitely a very big move. Not to take it lightly, in my opinion. So 335 was, you know, kind of a support zone. This area, this box, this demand got supported. The upper portion of it got supported, which was good. Otherwise, it could have gotten supported right at 311-ish as well. But we got the support here again. Look for it to, you know, hold or come down here, or, you know, push a little bit up all the way till, what is this, 337. So all these numbers will automatically match, you know, with your fibs. If you do a fib here to here, you will automatically get the next extension around 370, 375, 380, somewhere which matches with these with these moves, either this up move or down move. So watch out for those. So we have room to play in this, you know. Where is my brush? So let's say we get a move here all the way, and then it decides to come down here, or maybe here all the way. Or, as I said, okay, this is the move, and all is done for now, and we get a new move up till, you know, I don't know. The high was 408, so maybe 425, 450, even 500. I mean, it's NASDAQ, right? So Amazon hasn't moved, so who knows? It may start moving. So that all that can cause. So this is one speculative move. The other would be, you know, something like this, waste some time and then come down. So look out for you know, what kind of a move we are trying to get in terms of retracement up first. There were some gaps up. This QQQ should also have a gap, if I'm not wrong. Does it have a gap? QQQ doesn't show a gap. How come? No gap in this one. No gap. Probably XPX has a gap though. XPX has a gap, and that is 46.52. Yes, 46.52 is the gap. So I'm surprised. How come? Oh yeah, this also has a gap. 15.57, 15,574. So that is there. So you have approximately $1,000 move on NQ if it wants to fill this gap. So that's there. That's a big move again. So that would approximately bring us to 50% of the candle move, basically. And then IWM. This guy finally broke the. Yeah. See, this guy finally broke that 1 year. I don't know, consolidation, distribution, whatever. It finally broke this and it's down, and it got supported. Where is it? In this small zone. Okay, so this is where it got supported, and it's holding this area. Now again, if we look back here on the monthly candle, ideally there is no support other than that weekly with the box which I drew. So there is absolutely no reason for it to come down all the way to 170s or 160s, in 160s or 170, right? This area. But since, let's say, yes, the S&P and NASDAQ, they all bounce, and this also bounce. So we can assume that IWM can also hold this area and move back up, test this red line, or go over to here as well, and then come down, or who knows. This was a fake breakout, so this can be a fake breakdown as well, and it wants to go up again. So, but watch out for this. What exactly is this? So it did. So it did a 618 move, 618 between these two parallel lines. So that's a good support, I guess. So no wonder it. So there are two confluence. So one is the fib I drew, and the other one is this box. So it kind of matches. So and the rest of the indices are so. If the rest of the indices are going up and this is still weaker and it's not falling, then at least that's a good sign. DIA, I think it looks like DIA has been the most better of all the four. It didn't move that severely as on the daily also. See, the severity is not that great as we saw in ES or NQ. All green, all red lines. Sorry, all red lines, and this is still looking much better. So if it holds here, then it goes back to test up 350, 357. However much ever it likes, and then again. That's just a retracement to come down, or the move is done. So we will know how things are happening. So what I had posted out in my chart was Twitter. My Twitter. So yeah, so this is what I had posted it out, that the XPX, while going up, it has a bearish pattern, and if it does want to honor it, because what happened was when the price was going up into 4,700, 4,800, the price had moved up so fast. Now this is the daily chart, or is it a 2-hour chart? It's a 2-hour chart, I think. So see the move in the 2-hour, this is a completely straight line. So ideally we would think that it will normalize a little bit, come down to some 50 SMA on the 2-hour chart, or 10 or 20 something, to normalize the move, because this is a straight line and it must be severely oversold. That's why I said, the realistic pullback could be somewhere to early 4,700, because once it broke 4,700, it didn't stop until 4,800. So that was the day. But even then, I still said conservatively around 400, because at 4,800, saying 400 was 400 points down. So I only mentioned a 4400 at like, 1 to 3 extension, but we actually got this 40 to 20, this full move until here. So if if you were to go here, then this was the support area where it landed. Now again, these two areas are again exposed, and I keep talking about this 3970 area. These three areas are still exposed, and there is still a possibility of going there, provided we retrace up, and wants to fail, then we will hit these two areas, these two remaining areas. Else, it's done. So, good for us. So that was there. How? Okay. Yeah. So DIA, right? So the indices are done. Again, VIX, let us just quickly look at VIX. So it's again, looks like VIX hit again back here in this area, 36, 37. And, nicely pulled back, gave up 10 points. And now both for what was true for S&P, it's true for this, that this will pull back up till maybe 25, 21, and then go back to retrace up. And if there is any interest, then we definitely want to see it sitting up. See this hole, so many times it comes here, and from here it pushes back. So if there's real bearishness in the market, VIX should sit above this and trade here in order to cause real fear, and then we will have some real panic in the markets. That would be, I think, above 37. Yeah, that would be above 37, which is a very strong level in terms of a vibrating number. It vibrates a lot. So, so far VIX hasn't found, but assume that this volatility is done, and indices keep moving higher, and this comes down. So 15 was the area where it was getting supported. Let's say it breaks down below 15, then we have the 12, 11 area. Now this would be the area where I would love to go long VIX. So between 15 to 11, if it comes back, then probably start accumulating back again. And then, because for days like this, what happened, this VIX can give very good returns. So last time I had told my folks who follow me closely in my Discord room is to buy VIX around 15. And if it keeps falling down, then keep adding until 12, 11, this area. And because VIX, at least once a year, it does give you some nice returns. So if you had some spare money, and because the price was going up, 4,600, 4,700, 4,800, so hedging was needed. So we hedged with VIX, we hedged with SPY puts, XPX credit spreads, those kind of stuff. So that was a good thing. And Friday or Thursday, Friday and Thursday, we went conservatively long, basically SPY calls, SPY itself, and then XPX, ESI was trading. Then some few things like Facebook for the earnings move up. Apple, I had gave along on Apple. I had posted also what to look for Apple on my Twitter. And then AFRM had said, if this from the break from this high of 176 or something, this 49 was a good area to, go long, because your stop loss would have been very close, 46, right? So 2 to 3 points, the stop loss is very good. And now if it moves up, then it can be a good risk reward going up. So if I made my folks buy around 49, or if it on Friday it moved a little bit lower to 49. So accumulated a little bit to see that it goes up. So this is a weekly. So there's a lot of, if it wants and things are okay, so we definitely want to move up above 62. 61.75 was the high, moves up above here, stays, then we have next level. So it can, so even if it goes still here, in this box, you have some good risk, nice reward. This, let's say you bought it at 49 and this is 70, 70, 73, or even 80, you double your, you almost double your money, or 80%. That's a very good return. But again, your stop loss is still very close by. Now price it at is at $60. You move your stop loss almost to your break-even price. You get stopped out, you still saved your capital. That would be a good thing. Now we have some earnings coming up this week. Google's earning is 1st Feb, that's Tuesday. Okay, so this guy held 27, no, sorry, that's Amazon. This is 2,500, it held, which was good. Now this guy has completed his cycle around 3,025 or 3,125, I think. Between those two numbers, it was done. I don't remember whether it was 3137 or 3025, but yeah. So this came back to this support area 2,500 approximately. Now this Google needs to hold this to either retrace up. Again, this is a very clean pullback. So this would where is the brush? Yeah. So this would, from here, I'm assuming Google would do well during their earnings to push the stock up to retest the high, some high, and then from there we have to see what the markets wants to do. So all these stocks would be making a reverse, a bearish ABC, or retrace up, as we call it, or retest of the high, as we call it, and then probably here. Again, like the indices, this also has a path that, that 31, 37 has not been done. So it can go and hit that or higher, possibly, or just, waste some time here and then comes back here. So these are the things we need to watch for them. But this does like a good support. And if this holds, expect Google to report well. This closed around 2667, so we definitely wanted going over 2705, and then this 2700s to 29, yeah, somewhere around 2900s it should move to 200-point range. That would be a good retrace up. Not sure how these calls are priced for the earnings, but if you can get some good cheap play, that would be a nice thing, maybe a 2,900 call calendar or something. I'll see how much that is priced for. If it is priced over $5, I'm not interested. Want to play something really cheap. So let's see if that can happen. Monthly, same, again, a big candle down and this, but it's still holding here. So again, it will all depend on how the subsequent months do that, whether they are still in range, consolidating for a move, or if it wants to break down below. Again, this is still a very smooth curve with this as the support, area coming in until late 22, early 2000, yeah. So watch out for this. If price enters this box, then the end of the box can be around 2300, 22, and then the weekly would give more ranges, but the monthly would definitely come down to 2000 or 2200. Facebook does look much cleaner, in the sense that this was its breakout. It came back and tested its breakout, and it is holding. Earlier, it was having a problemo staying in this region. That was 225, I think, 225 to 241 or so, and the higher, a few times it moved to 250 area. So this area, it was having a problem until it actually, see here, this. It broke down from here and came and fell back here. So it is holding that upper area, but again, once it is trading below this, like to 300 to 94-ish, and settles below here on a weekly basis, then this whole area is exposed. Depending on what severe move it is, directly would be around 257 and indirectly could come, lower. So, what a lot of spikes here. It can do anything up till all the way till 250. So be mindful of this. But again, if that gets honored, then we have some good, price enters in this to 325, not 225, 325 all the way till 350. And above here, you have going towards this, testing this all-time high, like 365, 75, and 84. So let's see if it can hit that 400, 406 area. So I was very much interested in seeing whether, if it can hit this 400, this 391, 400, 406, if it can hit, then, that would be nice for Facebook. Because this flag broke out and then it hit this extension. Now it came back and tested this flag. So we want it to go back up one more time to test the higher, or at least hit that pending 400, 406 coming from this extension from March low. So that was one thing I had pending, but this, it hit close to, the high was 385 or something. So that can be assumed as done, but going back one more time would be great. Now the big guy, Amazon. Okay, so this guy also kept, and it finally broke down, right? So it was, whole since June of July of 2020 till Jan of 2022, almost it was in a tight range, I think few 100-point tight range, and then now it is down. The question is this fake or is this real? Right? That's what we need to see. If price goes back inside here, then we know that there is interest in testing, tons of area. There is this Amazon, I remember 2897 is an important, it was an important support, which breaking was not good. So if it captures it back and if the volume is good, 2897, then we know that this guy can fire higher. So watch out for some good volume here and 2897, and staying above, this guy will hit 3000s, 31. What do we have here? 31, 37, 32, 49. I think those are the numbers I had printed. It clears that, and then it sits in the upper quadrant of this, and then we have something higher. Monthly, yeah. Monthly, if you guys had seen the video, I had done a Z on this one, and we said, look for price to be on which side of the Z. Earlier, when I originally talked about it, price was above this slanted line, and the price was in this, but now it's clearly here. So again, go back up here where, how much, so this would be, your, good area from here to here, and then above here, how much more? So, good 3365 was the area where it was holding for a very long time. It used to come down, go back there, come down, go back there. So this 3365 is another one. So again, this can give a good range depending on where it is. So this monthly chart would be a good reference to see a little bit more cleaner versus a lot of noise on the daily chart. But again, look at this big straight line, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big straight lines it had. And so for all that full year, it kept doing nothing, almost nothing. And now it's going to wants to, come down. So it got supported on this line. Next would be 2,500. Now 2,500, we don't want to break, otherwise it's coming down to 2,000, right? So on the downside, it has a lot to move down. On the upside, it has to first go over this big block of resistance, okay? So it has, right now, everybody, take the indices or take all the stocks, especially the growth stocks, they have an uphill battle to climb, okay? Because all that which was supporting has broken, and down, if you see, there is nothing to hold them. But upside, again, there is a lot of uphill battle to go. So it may not be as, let's say if they all want to go up, chances are it may not be that a smooth ride because of all this congestion it has built for this whole year. So it may take a lot of effort. Bezos needs to, come out with good news after good news to, keep their price up, or it could be one big bush and price just crosses over it because it has built so much support or areas around the price, has spent so much time that it gets accepted, dung, and it's out of this 3750, 35, first 3500 something, because here it's only a few times price has traded. So this until 3550, 3541 is crossed out, and it stays on a monthly basis, it closes above it. We cannot be very sure whether Amazon wants to be on the upper side. So watch for where price is doing, how it is doing, whether it is a slow movement, a tedious movement, pressured movement on the upside, then we know it's not going to be that easy. So especially if you're an option player, keeping an eye on those kind of movements would help you to time your options. Say, let's say you're trying to go long, then buying time would be your friend. Okay, because this guy can eat premium. So buy time, buy a few months out, or a lot of months out, or at least leap. Then it can give you, it can get really costly, but it's so much better than losing premium when it's walking through the noise. So watch out for that. We have one more earnings, AMD. Yes, AMD has earnings, right? February 1, TradingView shows this, but TradingView, it can be a little bit wrong. That's what I've noticed. So I remember when I was talking with Benzinga, price was in this consolidation, and I remember the price was 90 something, and just next day or 2 or 3 days later, it fired. And the way it fired is that somebody lit fire on its behind, and it ran all the way without stopping. At least till 125, 130, it was non-stop. And then, little bit pause, and then boom. So now, again, it is back to this support area. It came back to its original support again. We have this box. So be mindful of, it got supported on the upper side, which is good. And from here, again, it may go and test back 125, 121, 125, 135. What is this? 130, 135. That would be a good retrace into 140, 145s above this zone. So, I would assume that since so much is oversold, they may also report good. But again, that chip supply thing is an issue. So be mindful of that. Below this, you have this box open, and below this box, you have all the way going to, that's not good, $60. So looks like price may at least test somewhere here. It should test somewhere here before falling down again, in my opinion. But, my opinion doesn't count, because price will do what it will do. So be mindful of these areas. So before taking a trade, before going long, before having an investment mentality, just see where prices are trading, and the higher time frames definitely give a good idea of why things are happening and what things are happening and what to expect. So So just watch out for that. I think PayPal also has earning. 163, oh my God. So the high was 309. This is like 50% shaving, cut. Okay. Full 50% shaving happened for this one. So this is also below this. Now we definitely want it to go back above here. And then we have here and then here for it to, see, to test the price back somewhere around 200s, 200, 215, 216, and this is 228, 228, 230. Again, if it doesn't go back above here, then you have this exposed 150, 150, 145. So that's going on here, and below is this original breakout of 122, right? So generally the stocks do come down and test their original breakouts, which some of them are doing, lots of them are doing actually. So it wouldn't be a wonder or surprising to say whether it would come back and visit here later on, maybe not now, but that could be the thing, because right now it's kind of this is what 164, so it's around there. So if it goes back up, especially goes back above here, then it's a little bit safer to retest some more high. This is what straight 5 months of falling down, and this doji has also resulted in down movements, and here there is no support on the monthly chart other than this 122. So just be mindful of these movements. I'm not sure how much a strangle on this guy would cost, but if that is the case, then depending on the expected move, 175 to 150 would maybe give a good reward. 175 call and 150 put, or 155 put, depending on, but definitely a few weeks out, because sometimes these guys, they don't make a move and then all the premiums are screwed. So if you strangle next day when the stock opens, if the move is flat, your strangle goes to, the call goes to zero, the puts goes to zero, at least they lose 80% of the value. So it's no good. So definitely buy a few weeks out, so that, in 3-4 days or within the week, it makes a move. And then what you do is, generally what I do is, if it's, let's say if it's making a bullish move, then either exit my put or convert it into a PCS and let this ride up, and maybe add a few more calls to support that move, and that way that way it's better. And opposite, same thing on the opposite side, like convert it into a CCA, add a little bit more put to this, and ride the downside. So this can do well. So look out for that. Probably. So ES is still so far holding this, the 4000s, which is good. And if I'm not wrong, the 200-day was 44.28. So definitely tomorrow, or at least with Amazon, Google or Amazon earnings, we want to see these capture that 200-day. Once it captures that 200-day, then earlier it used to be, there's a lot of institutional support about 200 days. And if that's still true, then we may see some money flow coming in and seeing price move up some more. So watch out for that, and have a safe week, safe trading, know your bets, protect your capital, and book your gains on time. If you like my video, like it, retweet it, subscribe to my channel, tell your friends. And my goal is to get to 10,000 on the followers, because my son has, because of my son, he has made a bet with me mom, you're from older generation and I'm from the younger generation. So I said, okay, fine, I'll show you what my older generation can do. So, guys, do that. Okay. See you later. Bye.